My name is... Oh look, the modded series is back, and welcome back to the modded series, Slay the Spire modded. We are going to be playing a new character here, a character that is self-described as a little bit of a meme. It is the Snack, based on the Snecko. Snecko. 50 out of 50 HP to begin with, as well as 99 gold. Begins with 2 relics, the Snecko Soul. On pickup, add 6 random unknown cards to your deck. Those cards effectively decide on deck generation in the start of combat what they will be based on certain criteria. So, like, you'll have an unknown common attack or an unknown rare power, things like that. At the start of combat, gain 1 temporary HP for every 2 unknown cards in your deck. Every 8 rooms, add a random unknown card to your deck, as well as obviously the Snecko Eye. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards, start each combat confused. Let's also just quickly have a look here. It is Michael Mayhem, who you might recognize from the Slimebound mod, who's created this, adds a new silly playable character, the Perplexed. So it's time to go in with them. Hell yeah. Hello again, yeah. Lose all gold for 2 random colorless cards. I mean, those are most likely, considering, you know, the set of colorless cards, most likely going to be 0 cost, or at the very least low cost, which is a bad, no good, terrible for us, because those will be randomized by the Snecko Eye to be bad. So here's our basic deck. You can see the standard things: 4 strikes, 4 defense. We also have a tail whip, which is apply 10 damage, deal 10 damage, apply 2 vulnerable, apply 2 weak, effectively kind of like an uppercut. Upgrade it, just increases the damage. There's also Snack Bite, which is 3 cost by base, deal 18 damage, draw a card. Upgrades only 3 damage. Same upgrade 3 damage, upgrade 3 block on all of those, as you might expect. And then we have these unknown cards. Little Snack Attack, it's soulbound, cannot be removed from the deck. And is an unknown common attack. Upon combat, transforms into a random card from any class, including all of the modded classes that I currently have installed, with a randomized cost. And then an unknown rare skill, unknown common skill, rare power. You see what I mean, right? I don't need to labor this point, I have to imagine. So to upgrade any of those cards will just mean that what we get from them will be upgraded. So I don't know if I want to go for the 100 gold or upgrade one of the cards there. I definitely want to go for 3 elites on this floor because that's what I want to do. I'm going to take the 100 gold here and go to an early shop, see if I can find anything I'm particularly interested in. So feel no pain for 0, it's not bad. I would like to defend this turn if I have the ability. Unfortunately, because tail whip and spin are both 3 costs, it's going to make it difficult to actually just outright murder the opponent this turn. Difficult, if not impossible. Okay, just hit him with the Snack Bite. Nope. Soul Roll and Little Snack Attack. Soul Roll is snack proof, which means it does not have its cost randomized. And it randomizes the cost of cards in your hand. Upgrades to, I think, draw a card as well. Yes, it does. Nope. It's snack proof as well. Exhaust a card in your hand, replace it with a random card of the same type with a randomized cost. Specifically because we have 101 gold for picking this up and we're about to go to a shop, I am more than happy to take that. Ooh, bland fruit, cool. I do need to eventually just remember which each of these are. I think the swift fruit is like 3 decks or something. I think it's 3 or 2 decks. The blind fruit, I don't remember. Sunfruit is heal per floor traveled, I think. Or that is, maybe that's a star fruit. Sunfruit might be max HP then. Oh, it is. It's plus 5 max HP. This and all future max HP increases are increased by 50% if I recall correctly. There's also the fade fruit, which I don't quite remember. And the blind fruit. I'm going to go with the blind fruit. So afternoon tea, upon resting, gain 5 regen next combat. There's also the potion belt. Upon pickup, gain 2 potion slots, as well as the clockwork souvenir. Start each combat with 1 artifact. The Artifact is provided at battle start, and the confusion from Snecko is provided at pre-battle. So they don't interact with one another. You don't prevent the confusion from Snecko using the Clockwork Souvenir. Alright. So we'll have a look at the other cards in this shop. You'll kind of see a pretty obvious trend, right? Unknown common attack, unknown rare power, right? Not really going to talk through those. Soul Roll, randomize the cost of the cards in your hand. We've already seen that. Perplexing Glare, it's Snecko proof. Each enemy gains between -3 and 2 strength, upgrades to only be 1. So it's like an AoE disarm that might not do well for you at all. But it definitely leans into the idea of kind of Snecko rerolls. There's also the Sneck beam here. It's Sneck proof, deals 0 damage to all enemies. Damage is equal to the number of unknown cards you started the combat with. So currently that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I take Snecko beam, or rather Sneck beam here, then I just take, you know, every unknown that I ever find. I think I do that. Alright, and then I hop out this way so that I can go through the portal, get to the other side of the map. Unlimited power! We don't really get to do anything with it, unfortunately. Well, we're going to need a draw here to be quite good. It's not quite good. Oh well. Otherwise, we were guaranteed to take damage here. And so we ended up taking damage there. Take the little Sneck skill. Basically, I'm just going to be taking the skills now. The skills? No, not the skills. Don't want to use Nope yet. I have to. Final Spark. What? Hang on. Replace it with a random card of the same type with a randomized cost. Costs can't randomize to 8. Randomized cost means in this game between 0 and 3. Confused when you draw a card, randomizes cost is always between 0 and 3. Why? Wang. Volatile Misfortune. At the end of your turn, retain all unplayable cards for each. Deal damage to a random enemy equal to your strength +1. Okay, we're just playing that to get that out of the deck, frankly, at this point. Yikes. Yeah, this whole thing just ain't great so far. This fight's going quite poorly. I'm gonna amplify a loop here. Nice. Let's nope the strike. No, just got it. All right, noping a strike is gonna give us another strike, of course, because it's a basic card. All right, we'll just murder the enemy here. Snack power, sure, we'll take that. Get some more gold. Hop across the map here. Infuse the blind fruit rather. Start each combat with 1 intangible. Okay. Okay, I like that actually. Siege form. After you play a card, gain 2 strength until the end of the turn. We'll play that as well as the sight. I'll nope out the defend here. Getting Chrysophagy. I definitely have to Sneck beam, right? There's no 2 ways around that one. Okay. Mana Rampage, play X random attacks. Okay, so this deals 5 damage and exhausts to triple its damage. I can play 2 cards before it, allowing me to get the Siege Form 4 strength from that. So this goes to 9. 9 by 3 is 27, so we can kill the backliner doing that. If I strike this, then this goes up to 7 twice. So I can't kill the kinetic pylon. Oh, but if I do it in the other order, right, I can do 14, 6, 20. This is everyone takes 8 damage. So yeah, I actually can kill 2 of them, right? It's Strike, Twin Strike, then I Alice's Gift you. Mana Rampage. Neato Burrito. I would really like if I could play the self-repair here, but playing the self-repair just looks like it makes me take damage. Okay. I'm not going to go through every single different card because it can pull from so many different cards that... Oh, I could have played the self-repair there. Or even Cryophagy. It can pull from so many different cards that I would literally spend the entire episode doing nothing but reading cards. Restart an elite combat against a different elite. The enemy will be stronger, can be used 3 times. Yeah. Take another one of the Snack Beams here. In fact, I'll even upgrade each of them to reduce their cost by 1. Deflated Dodgeball. You have a 10% chance to dodge attacks. I actually quite like that. Okay. Starvation mode. Gain starving. Whenever you draw a status or a curse, apply 4 poison to all enemies. We're just going to start drawing all of the days that they're going to put in our deck. This is going to be excellent. So I'll Snack Beam here. Let's weaken the backliner. And I'll Momentum. There's no reason not to, basically, at that point. Alright, just give me some good defense this turn. 18, 10. Okay, so I'm definitely noping the Devastation, right? Because all-out attack is still really good. Flashback. Gain 5 block. Can be upgraded 3 more times. I'm actually totally okay with that. I'll Snack Bite the back line for the possibility... Oh, God. I actually got defense out of that. I am so pleased. Frankly, near ecstatic. Prepare Crush totally makes a bunch of sense here. Alright, so I'm just getting myself some free block here, effectively. And then I'll prepare the Crush. So that means I gain 3 strength this turn, as well as I get Slime Crush. Oh, my enemies are getting mad poisoned up in here. Alright, Havoc gets defense. Yikes. Let's roll the Sunlight out. And now we can just, like, straight up murder a target and then wait for the next one to die. Goodbye, Sentry. Hello. Whetstone to pump up, upgrade to random attacks, as well as the Rune of Simplicity. Strikes and defense can be upgraded in any number of times, rather, upon pickup upgrade to randomly. Take another little snack skill. Get those upgrades. Loving it. Let's upgrade the other Snack Beam. So this is effectively just going to be like a strong Snack Beam deck. Ideally, at least. No, I don't need any... Yeah, I don't need any runes, so... Gonna avoid those. Definitely looks like this should be... Tools the trade, Snack Beam, just strike. Choose a card to discard. Okay. Probably the Devar. And then I can Tail Whip and Hand of Greed for the kill, gets some money. Astral Hammer, whenever you play an attack, reduces cost by 1 for the rest of the combat. Playing an attack that costs 0 exhausts it. Alright, big snack skill as well. This deck is getting mad random. Remove all curses from the deck and it's just a clumsy. There's no attack in your hand, draw 2 cards. I can't play both of the attacks in my hand, right? And then that just... Well, all 3 of the attacks in my hand. Data Dump is also an attack, okay. Alright, Yearn, draw a card. If it's not a status or a curse, create an echo of it that costs 1 less. I mean, none of the rest of these are really going to do anything, so I'll try. Never mind. That's what I get for trying, I guess. Jeez. Suppressing fire whenever you throw or convert a knife. So I probably should have considered disabling a couple of the different characters for the sake of this, because the Runesmith has a lot of cards that don't make sense unless you have a lot of Runesmith cards, as well as the Servant. They have like core mechanics that are very, very reliant on having heavy access to all of their cards. Slimebound has some that are kind of marginal. You can just use them in any build. Or a lot, actually, that are quite marginal. You can use in any build. Mystics can also be a little rough because you don't have access to many spells or arts. Alright. Let's stop talking and start fighting. Oh yeah, got the atom bomb. That's what I needed. Just what I needed. Like a little snack skill right there. Let's also get another upgrade. I think I'm going to want, like, snack powers? Yeah. Snack attacks, rather. Those upgraded. Murderous Aura. At the start of your turn, apply 1 blight to all enemies. That is actually quite good. Whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage to the lowest HP target. No, we'll go with those. So blight just increases the damage that target takes by 1. Discard a card. If it's anything except for a skill, channel 2 lightning. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright, Slime's trying to crush me here. Striking Strike. Deal 6 damage, play a random strike on the same enemy. As well as I can even throw out... Oh, yeah, no, I'm totally fine. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Oh, nice! We got a Meteor Strike. What are the odds? Goodbye, boss there. And hello to Big Snack Attack. There's also Master Eye here. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of your highest cost card in your hand by 1. I'm gonna try and just get the Big Snack Attack there. Oh my god. Snecko Heart. Start each combat confused. We already have that. Confusion can never increase the cost of a card by more than 1. The first card you draw each turn is always cost 0. There's also Cursed D8. Now, I previously misunderstood this. This is me. This is my bad. This is effectively just demonstrating illiteracy on my side. Gain energy and draw a card at the start of your turn. Now, I read it and I was like, gain energy at the start of your turn. Shuffle a echo of a random curse into your draw pile at the end of your turn. This is a lot more reasonable since it draws you an extra card to offset the card negative that you get from drawing that curse. I'm still taking the Snecko Heart here. Obviously, I have to lean into the memes. Oh, okay. So I can't use my Snecko Beam in this upcoming boss fight. Because if I do, I die. So that's not very good. We should probably not do that. Just thinking, like, for my long-term chances of success in this run, dying probably isn't going to help us. It's probably going to be a negative. Okay, so we've got some resounding blows in here. Flurry, rest. I mean, none of these really are great for us, frankly. Oh, hey, got a Snack Beam. What? Snack Beam had its cost randomized by Snecko Heart. You have to be kidding me. Okay, so Snack Proof doesn't actually work as a thing anymore because it's Snack Proof to the Snecko Eye. It's not Snack Proof to the Snecko Heart. Aww. I understand that the confusion in Replay the Spire is different to the confusion in the base game, and that's probably just the difficulty of altering what is already an inherent mechanic of the base game in confusion and still having the same keyword. So I think they implemented their own version of confusion that had like a strict rule, cannot increase the cost of a card by more than 1, but it does lead to confusion in cases like this, where it's affecting something it shouldn't be able to affect. Oh well. These things happen. Limit break and do well. Let's do well a strike here. Just strike them infinitely. Nice. Adrenaline potions, definitely better than a fear potion for us. Pre-upgraded snack power, I mean, come on. If you gain block, deal 3 damage to the lowest HP enemy. Yeah, I'm doing that. 8 damage 3 times. Backlash, apply 1 weak, frail, and vulnerable to us. I'm actually okay with that. So I'll cleave and then light flow on you. Nice. Because that weak, frail, and vulnerability wear off at the end of the turn. Or at the start of my next turn. So I'm webbed. Increase the cost of the first cards you draw this combat by 1. This has affected 1 card this turn. 1 cards this turn. No, it has affected 1 card this turn. Alright, never mind. I'm just very consistently demonstrating my illiteracy. It's okay. It happens. Snack beam. Also use a memory tab here. Just get a bunch of extra cards. Hey, get that kill. Let's go for the big snack skill. Yeah, I'll take the 18 damage here. Look around, pick up the shovel. I do really want to encounter that when I already have the shovel. Just haven't done that yet. Mystical Shield. Blockers reduced to 8 instead of 0 at the start of your turn. I mean, that is good. It's not like I had a bunch of other great options. Gain 4 block whenever you attack an enemy who has goop. We don't really apply goop with this deck at all. So I'm going to defend. Striking Strike gives us Fractal Strike, putting another Fractal Strike in our deck. Okay, interesting. I'll thinking ahead to get that's a little bit of shielding. Makes sense. Think one Snack Bite, and now we're actually fully defended for this turn. I'll even use a Nope to exhaust the goop armor, finding ourselves Energy Flow, which is actually quite good. 2 charge up at the start of each of our turns. Duplicated Form. Lose 15 HP and 15 max HP this combat. The first card you play each turn that targets enemies is played twice. So I can play Duplicated Form and then Gatling Gun for some damage. Even double up on the Neglected Blade here. Let's do that. Duplicated, then double the Neglected Blade. E. Nice kill. I love that we split into a slime rather than just another Snecko. Obviously, it would be insane to expect that, oh, there's going to be a unique version of this for every single different character. But I like that we've just got our slime friend beside us. So we definitely want to Striking Strike the back line here. And then throw out a Snack Beam for fun. Put 2 random cards into your hand. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile, sure. Put Harder back on top of the draw pile. And then we'll use these little snack attacks to just generate things here. Eh, didn't find anything I was super interested in. Oh, look, I'm confused again. Obtain a random potion at the start of each round. Hell yeah. Harder, gain 2 plated armor. Better, upgrade all cards in your hand. Add faster to your hand. We're not going to play faster. But I should definitely be trying to farm out some better potions here. Fire potion, it's okay. Isolation. We can just murder. Alright, another adrenaline potion. Yes, thank you. I don't want to take any of those because their value is predicate upon the idea that they are Snecko proof, which they aren't because of the 2 different forms of confusion that we currently have active. Enchanted Molinet is actually really good. 18 to all enemies. For each enemy that dies, gain energy. We're not going to get that, but retain your hand this turn. Ooh. Nice. Even a brace, lose 5 HP, gain 20 block. We definitely don't need that this turn, but retaining that for next turn could be relatively important. Gain X slime slots, split into a random slime X times. That's also going to be quite good. Yeah, I think we actually just like, boom. Got some slimes up in here. Oh, you took a Prevent Crush. That's actually really good for me. What have you done? Time Machine. Save your current HP, block, and elements for 5 turns. Add a time travel card to your hand. It would be so difficult for us to get back to that time travel card. It's just not happening. Let's definitely drop the Snecko beam here. I can't play Feel My Pain. It's just too much HP loss. Hammer time, sure. Yeah, I'm not too pleased about how this whole turn went. Alright. Reactive Shield, whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage to the lowest HP enemy. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, add 1 shiv to your hand. We have no discard in hand, so... but we also don't have anything that really affects the ordering of our play here, so we may as well just play all of our cards out. There goes True Sight. I'm totally fine with that. Sadistic Nature. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 3 damage. We'll also throw in a Sneck Beam, as well as a Finishing Tackle and a Sneck Bite. Synchronize for funsies. Definitely taking a wee bit of damage here, but the enemy dies. I get my top hat. If your hand is full when drawing a card, draw an extra card next turn instead. Sure. Snecko power as well. Alright, other Snecko Eye. Draw 1 more card each turn. Start each combat with 2 Chaos. Gain 1 more Chaos every 3 turns. Chaos randomizes costs and effects of cards when drawn. I definitely want that. I probably also want the guidebook. Yep, get 2 Sneck skill upgrades there. Do I want Omamori? Because I think I do. I also actually like the idea of getting this fruit juice. Just 5 max HP. I mean, for a character that has so little max HP is quite an upgrade. Go Snecko attack, Snecko power. Yeah. Ah, alright. Time to kill you. Mama Snecko. Scrap Cannon. Deal 6 damage. Exhaust 3 card. That's a lot of card. I don't want to exhaust the Alice's Gift. And I do want to play Gatling Gull, so I'm kind of locked into not playing the Snecko Cannon here. Snecko Cannon! Love it. Alright. Sneck Beam. There's a bunch more damage for me. Hell yeah. I'm a fan. And we are set up to kill the enemy now. Easy. Are any of these particularly important to play in any specific order? The answer is no. Alright, Bottled Mercury. Upon pickup, choose a card. If it is played, when it is played, if it's an attack, gain 1 strength. If it's a skill, gain 1 dex. If it's a power, gain 2 focus. That's a bit difficult because we don't play our cards. Our cards generate other cards that then we play. Well, I guess I'll be fishing for Sneck Beam anyway, so sure, we'll make it that. Do I hop across and fight a Nightmare, or do I just go for 2 more rests, get 2 more upgrades? I do want those 2 more upgrades. I want those 2 more upgrades. Anchor, start each combat with 10 block. Not actually super necessary. We start each combat with 1 intangible and a lot of temporary HP. I'll actually dig rather than smith. Bottled Lightning upon pickup, choose a skill. Start each combat with that in your opening hand. Guess I'll put a defend in there. I don't really care about that. Oh, look, it's a mimic. Time to fight you. Let's take the buffer, definitely. Then defend before I use flame tackle. Deal 2 damage 1 time. Apply 1 decrepit. Decrepit wears off, right? So I don't want to do that. I think maybe I'm wrong about decrepit. I thought it wore off. Draw 1 card. Draw 1 less card for each card you played this turn. Right. Let's see if I can find anything worthwhile here. This is looking like... You know what? It's Mana Rampage. Let's just go. Okay, Mana Rampage was garbage, as it turns out. Deal 7 damage, gain 15 gold. I do just want defense here, but I'm not finding it. Big snack attack. Killing Doll. Yeah, we're getting a lot of cards that just can't be played here. Like, can't be played because they're kind of like core to the character. These both being from the Mystic. Pretty much every time I find a card from the Servant, I can't play it. Marissa's cards are actually kind of playable. Surprisingly to me, frankly. Okay. So Final Spark is currently cost 0. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. Because I know that if you temporarily reduce the cost of a card and then Nightmare it, it does not hold the temporary cost. However, I know that if you permanently reduce the cost of a card, then Nightmare will give it the permanent reduction. And I know that Confusion from the base game... Oh, I hate how complex this has become. I know that Confusion from the base game is a permanent change to a card's value. But I know that Confusion from the Replay the Spire is not. And when that goes back into your discard pile, it resets its cost. Oh, no, it doesn't here. So maybe it's applying both in some weird way. I know that I have encountered that problem before, which is the Snecko Heart isn't necessarily re-rolling things permanently. Which also means if you retain a card in your hand, it reduces its cost back to its original, or rather resets its cost back to its original. First time you lose HP on each of your turns, an enemy takes that much instead. I mean, that's effectively the same as this defend, basically, right? On each of my turns, no! Well, at least they reduce the cost of one another. Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. Take a snack attack here as well, pre-upgraded. Dig myself out another relic. We get the Bottled Soul. Upon pickup, choose an exhaust card. When you play that card, it no longer exhausts. Do we have any exhaust cards in the entire deck? This... Oh, man. Got it. Alright, Corruption is incredible here because we obviously don't intend on coming back to any of these cards ever. Oh, 55 damage? I don't know about that. Is that good? Is 55 damage good? Alright. All hail Lord Snack. Oh, they have a response for us. Nice. Let's go with 1,000 Cuts, Neck Beam, and then just Storm of Steel and stab the enemy until they're dead. Good. Nope. Take the Snecko Beam there. Snecko Beam? Snack Beam, rather. Upgrading that is still good because it means it can't be 3 costs. The Snecko can only, or rather Snecko Heart, can only increase the cost of a card by 1. Never more than that. Collector's Venom. Apply 2 poison, collective 2. Collective. Increase the value of a card in your deck with the same name by the collective amount on it, instead of obtaining this card. You are more likely to find this card in future rewards the higher the value is. That's interesting. I want to play with that at some point. So that's just from the basic for the Silent, I believe. Yeah, we have nothing really worth playing here, unfortunately. Gain 1 intangible for every 10 strength you have. Lose all strength. Somehow I don't find that relevant. Destroyer can only be played if you played no cards this turn. Deal 15 damage. Yeah, we go with that. Then FTL. Then Snack Beam. Cower. Gain 1 vulnerable. Apply 1 weak to all enemies. Even good. I'll note the Shadow Fade here, see if I can find something quite good. That's not gonna do it. Really wish I had an ability to just kill this Jungle Hunter. Lame. We did dodge some attacks there, that's quite nice. Hit him with the Snack Beam, and then let's just murder them. How about that? Seems like a reasonable idea. I'll throw the potion because I shouldn't have done any of that at the very end. Snack Power, nice. And here we should probably rest. Let's rebottle the Bottled Soul. Hey, good, worked out there. Make sure to rest because I am terrified of this upcoming fight. It's just basically going to determine entirely on what we randomly generate here. But then again, I mean, I can play the Snecko Beam this turn because I'm actually intangible this turn as well as next turn. Sensation, gain 1 focus at the end of your turn, lose all focus whenever you lose HP. I mean, kind of, yeah, let's do it. No HP lost. So Snack Beam now does 27 damage to all enemies and instantly attacks, rather a Totem Courier counter means it instantly attacks whenever I play a card that targets all enemies or all multiple enemies. So I want to see how this is going to work. But it's also worth knowing Very Destruction Ray would actually do it as well. But it amplifies for 2, so it plays too much. But it is also worth knowing that I am intangible this turn, so I'm saved from the downside. Okay. 20 monsters this act. Get a random relic. Nice. Pondfish Scales. Whenever you play a skill that does not give you block, gain 2 block. Cool. Okay, so we want to play that for 1, definitely at the end of the turn. Just get some extra damage out there. So I'm just generating some focus that probably means nothing, but it might mean something eventually. Who knows? Galactic Halo, gain 12 block and 2 charge up. Quite good. Snack Beam, I really want to play that, but it would have to kill a target for me to actually be comfortable playing it, right? Okay. Well, this has just worked out an absolute treat! The intangibility showing up at the exact right time, so the Incense Burner stacking its intangibility atop the Blind Fruit's intangibility just gave us the turns that we needed to get this going how we needed this to go. That said, it does look like I'm about to be taking a bunch of damage this turn, right? Let's nope a Horde here. No. Is it important that I... No, it's not important that I perfect. If it was, I could have considered weakening and what that might have done for us, but it doesn't matter. Just a wound. Whenever you draw a status card, gain 3 block. Alright, let's Tail Whip. Strike. Soul Exchange, Snack Proof. So again, a little bit worse for us right now. Draw a card, then exhaust a card. Exhaust your hand, replacing them with random cards of the exhausted card's class with randomized costs. upgrades to draw 2 cards first. I don't know about that. Kind of just want a big Sneck power here. Ooh, heavy Sneck, come on. I mean, that only makes sense. Add 2 random curses to the bottom of your draw pile at the start of combat. Whenever you smith a card, upgrade 3 more random cards. Totally good, because we have a very thick deck, so we're not even going to get to those curses. There's also Platinum Phoenix at the start of your turn. Gain 2 energy. You can only play 1-cost cards. That's awful for us, as you might imagine. Stopwatch. Right-click during combat to activate. Usable once per combat. Lose 1 charge at the end of your turn. Immediately start another turn. Energy and block is maintained between these turns. Start with 6 charges. We'll go for the Heavy Sneck pretty obviously here. Heavy Sneck is probably like one of my favorite modded boss relics. Because it actually feels like it's on the level with other power relics, right? Energy relics. It's a non-energy relic that I'm not sad to not have an energy relic when I get it a lot of the time. I quite like it. Sweet. Let's Siege Form and play a bunch of 0 costs here in order to gain extra strength before I use Gatling Gun to murder everyone. Little Sneck skill. Oh yeah, this is incredible. Duplicate a card in your deck or duplicate all cards in your deck. Let's duplicate all cards in my deck. That's a bunch more Sneck Beams, but also these Sneck Beams now deal twice as much damage. Oh, beautiful. And we have twice as many of them. 58 damage to all enemies. I don't know about that. Is that the kind of thing that I want to be playing? Let's just continue. Come on, Sneck Beam. Acid Tongue. Apply 1 poison whenever you apply a goop. Feed. We're not going to be able to kill anyone. Oh, are we able to kill someone here? No. If we could have killed someone to use this feed, that would have been incredible. Sadly, that wasn't in the cards. We also get a lot more in the way of temporary HP because we have so many more unknown cards in our deck. Shield Burst. Lose all your block, deal that much damage to... I mean, we don't have block, but we do have a Sneck Beam. Murder him. Jawworms get me the Auto Hammer. Every time you play 3 skills in 1 turn, enhance a random card in your hand. Okay. Big Sneck Power, definitely. Shot. Nanobots. At the start of combat, enhance all cards in your hand, as well as Sansa. If you play 8 attacks in 1 turn, play all 8 again. Really cool. I definitely want the Sneck Beam. Probably the Snecko power as well. And we should start removing these basic cards from the deck. They don't actually really do anything for us at this point. Let's rebottle the Bottled Soul. Just have to, you know. And now I should actually start smithing cards. Because it smiths so many cards. Hey! What up, Giant Parasite? Discipline. Begin each turn with 1 power and poise. At the start of your turn, apply 2 weak and vulnerable to all enemies that don't intend to attack. That doesn't make sense for us here. This enemy only attacks. Deal 5 damage, apply 4 weak and 1 vulnerable. 4 weak and 4 vulnerable, rather. It's quite good. I'm just gonna get some powers out there. Alright. There's the first Sneck Beam. Draw a card, more 4 cards in your hand. There's another Sneck Beam that I don't get to play here because I don't have the energy for it. Let's discard a skill with the adapter. Just to get some block. Okay, Hate. Deal 7 damage to each, 4 each anger in your discard pile. Exhaust all angers in your discard pile. Exhaust. If you have no angers in your deck, shuffle an anger into your deck when you start up. Let's go mass purpose here. Mass repurpose, rather. Starvation mode. Gain starving whenever you draw a status or a curse. I mean, these are all just at their base cost right now. Despite the fact that... Where is it? Yeah. It says each combat transforms into a random card from any class with a randomized cost. So I guess if I play it, it doesn't randomize the cost. Okay, let's go Borborygmi, Cleaving Finish, and Capacitor, because it makes no sense to play the Starvation mode here. It's just not going to trigger. That's one dead enemy. Okay, let's do some... Oh, sorry, before I smith, let's rebottle that bottled soul. Very important we get that done. 90 cards in the deck, but I'm upgrading 4 at a time, so it's still reasonable. Each time you play a power, gain block equal to 3 times its cost. Actually super into it. We don't shuffle our deck. Apotheosis is difficult because I put the Apotheosis in a deck of 90 cards, then I have to draw that Apotheosis to get its effect. So I'll take the Snack Beam and just another removal on a strike here. So rebottle the bottled soul. And hell, we'll even recall. Just so that I don't forget to. Okay, Poison Ivy. Whenever you attack a poisoned enemy with a non-shift card, add 1 shift to your hand. It's not too likely we end up poisoning them. We have no powers on the enemies, so nothing they can apply to us. Absolute Magnitude. We have no charge up. That won't happen. Well, what a turn. I mean, it did turn out to be. Snack Power, yeah, definitely take that one. Gotta rebottle the rebottled soul. Almost forgot to do it that time. Woe betide me, should that happen. Alright. Ukulele, failsafe. First 2 status cards you draw each turn are shuffled. Each time you discard a card during your turn, add 2 shiv to your hand. You don't really have any discard in this deck right now. So we play everything that does no damage first. Just to amplify the eventual damage from our attacks. Screeching Chant. Double your ritual. How are you forecast? That's not a thing. Moon Phase. At the end of your turn, gain 1 block for each stack of weak, vulnerable, and frail on you. Sure. He's not even poisoned yet. What am I going to do with the Poison Ivy? Destroy that. Hit where it hurts. Damage is multiplied by 125% for each vulnerable. Nice. Heated Defend. Sure, I'll just play that and that. Just so that I can amplify the damage from this hit where it hurts. True Sight Vision effects will all be triggered, as well as cards containing tackle deal 12 more damage to enemies and 2 more damage to you. Yikes. Life Bind. Apply to an enemy whenever you lose HP. That bound enemy takes that much damage. A wound to your discard pile. No, none of those really make sense for us. I was not meaning to exhaust that card, but I did. That's my bad. Hot Shot. Shuffle a Shiv into your draw pile. Whenever you draw a Shiv, Shivs deal 1 additional damage. Oh my god, if I could just poison the enemy here. Draw a card. If you lost at least 3 HP this turn, draw another card. Not happening. Let's weaken the enemy here and alchemize for a steroid potion. Okay. Save state, retain my hand, and I'll even divide and conquer. And not be able to use either of those there. Lovely. Did I bring 2 random cards in my hand? I'm not interested. So Treasure has since been changed. That is now, if you have less than 300 gold, gain 35 gold. Otherwise, add 3 random rare cards to your hand. They cost 0 this combat. So it used to be gain 50 gold for every 100 gold you have. I think actually it was 35 gold, then 50 gold in the upgrade. For every 100 gold you have, generate 1 random rare card to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. So it now does one or the other. I really don't know how I want this to go. I'm gonna fear, then anger, overpower. Find some ways to get the damage in here. Controlled anger. Add 2 angers to your hand when we play an anger exhausted. Sure. Sure, Davey. Play everything before I play the Snack Beam here. Now it's actually time to start taking some damage. Ooh, we dodged it. Nice dodge right there. Inversion. If you're weak, gain 1 strength. If you're frail, gain 1 dex. If you're vulnerable, gain 30 block. I don't think we're any of those, but it's okay. We play it anyway. Grand Form. Snack Proof. Well, not to the effect that we have. Gain 3 temporary HP. Gain orb slots until you have 4. Then channel 4 random grand orbs. Channel another each turn. I'm actually really interested in that. Let's do that. Hey, we a big boy now. I'm a big kid now. From all sides. Apply it 1 week and deal 3 damage to a random enemy. 2x plus 3 times. So 6, 9, 9, 3, 27 damage that does. Not too good. Bloody Hammer. Lose 8 HP, permanently upgrade a card in your hand, Purge. I actually quite like the idea of just dropping that on a defend. Fine. Let's do that on the defend. And then I'll even from all sides here to get some weakness on the enemy. These grand orbs. Play a random attack from a random character on a random enemy. These don't have a passive effect, only an evoke effect apparently. Oh yeah, they only have an effect when they evoke. Okay, so the fact that we played FIFO Qs earlier is actually bad for us here. Lame. Should have tried to find a way to finish that with the Hand of Greed. That's my bad though. More jokey. At the end of elite combat, raise your max HP by 4. We'll take a little snack skill there. Gotta remember to rebottle here, otherwise I'll lose. Dig up a random relic or smith another card. I think I'd dig up a random relic here. War Paint. Bump pick up. Upgrade your attacks. Okay, so bad. Not a good bad no. At the start of your turn, you may upgrade 1 card in your hand for the rest of combat. We actually want to deal as much damage as we possibly can this turn. Because the enemy's return to sender is going to be really bad because the incense burner. We also want to attack as much as we probably can here. At the end of your turn, enhance 1 card. That would probably upgrade to enhance 2 cards. Okay. What do I upgrade? Still probably that, yeah. Okay, so now I'm just looking for as many attacks as I can get out. So 1, 2, 4. Tries to return 58 damage, can only return 1. Choose 2 cards to enhance. Oh, obviously. Choose a card to upgrade. I mean, ooh, I can actually upgrade that card. Interesting. That will only just change its cost. Cool. So I can upgrade an upgraded card. Did not think that was going to be possible. So 99 is going to be 150 on that front line of target. It does kill the back line of target, but then 150 on you. You return 40% of damage. So that's 60 damage on the return, and you're already returning 11. I live. So you're returning 70 now. I don't live. Razor, give me a different fight. I'll tell you what happened there. I forgot that the enemy is going to attack me as well as reflect. Yep. That's my bad. Well, I'll exhaust all of these just in case I find the right thing to help me here. Snack proof. Lose 5 HP, add either a status, curse, or a black card to your hand. Okay, those are going to be like our last haste. That makes no sense for us. Snack attack, no. Alright then. Nope. Dodge? No. Conquered? Not like this. Never like this. Well, damn it. I just was not thinking the main attack. I was only attributing the damage to the reflect in that fight. Had we played a little slower, we probably could have killed. The problem that we were always going to encounter is that we needed to get the enemy to vulnerability plus have a Snecko that was enhanced in my hand. That is to say, a Snack Beam that was enhanced in my hand, which can be a little bit dodgy. So, I don't know. I get tilted when I see that fight a lot of the time. Just because I know that I have to significantly alter how I would play against any other boss in the entire game. And it's not like a significant change like Time Eater is a significant change. Time Eater is a significant change that you just have to kind of like master the idea of. That is a significant change that the mechanic is so fundamentally different to everything that exists. It's just, it's a lot of return damage. Damn. Well, for the moment, my name has been, damn it. Hopefully you've been making. I was gonna say, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves despite the mistake I made, but hopefully you've been making mistakes so that we're on the same level. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.